Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 26 of our Tassi Farms Dairy Empire gameplay series. I'm the Ultra Farmer, and as always, there is work that needs to be done around this farm. Even though there's a couple of these cows that are just laying around doing nothing, we've got a pile of work to do. We've got the Empire to keep going, chores to do, a new production facility to put down at some point, fields that need to be worked, and we might even be able to get into harvesting some wheat this episode. So, let's get right into it. Let's get into episode 26. Okay, so first things first, before we really do anything, we need to talk about what happened. If you look up to our money, we got 1.35 million bucks. And you're probably wondering, well, where did all that money come from? Okay, so episode 26 was an absolute disaster. I've actually already filmed episode 26, okay? But what happened is something happened. I really don't know how. Halfway through the recording, my mic stopped like picking up my voice sound. Like when I went to edit the episode in episode 26, I was looking and there's just all of this footage that doesn't have any of me like talking, which is probably maybe for the best a little bit, but I like filmed the whole episode and half of it didn't have my voice in it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I bumped. I don't really know. I don't understand how I could have like bumped my mic and like muted it somehow. I don't have like a hotkey or anything like that that mutes my mic. So I really don't know what happened. But so I'll just go back in time and I'll tell you what I had already filmed. Basically, I went and sold off all the cheese, and that's where all the money came from. And we made about it was 1.4 million bucks. Yeah, it was 1.4 million bucks that we made from the cheese, and we ended up having 1.9 million. I then went, actually, while this is like going in, I'll run over to the barn. I then went when we had that 1.9 mil, and I came over and I bought 500 head of cattle. So we had 320 in there. No, we had 720. And I bought another 500. So now we have 1,220 head of cattle in this barn. And that cost about 600 grand. If you come over to the barn, and I look on this right now, if I was to buy 250 of these, it was 318. So yeah, it was like 620 grand I spent on the cattle. And as you can see, the the pasture is getting pretty full of these guys. I also finally got a mod that's called More Visual Animals, so it actually shows that we have like a bunch of cattle in the field. I think it shows that we have 160. So I can turn this down and then less pop up, but we might as well keep it absolutely cranked to show that we got a bunch of cattle. Yep. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. Last episode, like technically what I did is I planted our wheat field. I sold off all of the milk, or the cheese rather, and then I went and bought cattle. And I did some kind of other like chores and stuff around the farm. Nothing really too exciting, but yeah, that happened. And so this is episode 26.2. So we had to kind of like skip a little bit of things, but it is what it is. I don't really understand what happened. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm like looking over at my like OBS constantly now, making sure the audio input's coming through. Anyways, probably user error if I had to guess anything. So we are back into it, and I'm just gonna pull a couple of these. I'm gonna do these chores here real quick, and then we gotta go cut our both of our grass fields. Which so shout out. Let's do some shout outs to people in the chat. There was like a bunch of people, not just like one person, but a bunch of people who let me know that this unit I can change like the output method of these mowers so I don't have to actually windrow, which is like really good comms. I didn't know this honestly from FS22. I remember using these and like it didn't have this option. Maybe it was just the red ones. It didn't have this option, but it's telling me in here now it won't be on the front one. It'll probably just be on the back one. I'm reading through here. Okay, yeah. There we go. Widespreading control. It should be control Y. Do I do that on the front one as well? One sec. I think the front one just is the front one. It just honestly does leave the straw swath. Okay. Another good comms that came through. Let's just set a worker to start doing on that right now. Another good comms that came through is that like I don't even really have to TED anything. I could just put all of our grass right into the silage fermenter and it'll actually just dry and create hay if we want. So again, really good comms. I can't remember who put that one out. There was a couple people that said both of those, and so just shout outs to you guys. I wish I had all of the usernames or all your YouTube handles to shout you out properly. It was probably Brucey. Brucey's always got some good comms in there. Load and Joshua and those guys. Now also, gay boys, we found out. We found out that we have two ladies that watch this channel. All right. Before, if you weren't with me from our other kind of series, we were talking about my demographic. I was like looking at the analytics of like people that watch our channel, and we found out that 99.8% of the viewers are male, and that there was 0.2% female viewers. And those ladies have come through in the chat. They they put the comments in that they're the two ladies that were watching. We originally thought it was just one lady watching, but there is in fact two. And so, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So shout out to Bredders, right? Shout out to Bredders and Susie B. These are the ladies. So this is what I think we're gonna do. One sec here. We're gonna go in. We can rename this barn. Okay, this barn. We're gonna call this barn. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got the cap locks on here. This is gonna be the Bredders. The Bredders barn. Alright, let's change that. Let's go back. And I think we will create these. Can we rename these? Oh yeah, we can. Silo. Okay. These are gonna be the... Whoa, 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 whoa. The Susie B. Is it gonna let me go over? Jeez. Susie B silos right there. Those are the ladies, boys. So the Bredders barn and the Susie B silos. That's what you get. They're now immortalized at Tassi Farms as the only ladies that watch this channel. Shout out to you ladies. And, I'll speak for all the boys right now that we're very happy to have you around. We really are. All the boys appreciate you big time. All right, what I also did in that in the Phantom episode is I tore down this production facility. It's basically done with now. Like we ran through everything that was in there, and we're just going to use this one for all the slurry and manure and all that jazz. Blah blah blah. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to tab over and let's go take a look. Oh yeah, that's working real good. That's working real good. So we got to get these fields cleaned off. That's going to be kind of like a main thing. This is going to be our final cut for this year. Get this off and we'll get it all jammed into the silage fermenter. And I'll turn a bunch of it into hay and then a bunch of it into just silage. The barn is pretty full of like food and such, but yeah, we're gonna need a bunch more of kind of both. I don't know how I'll be able to kind of differentiate it. Like, let me go into here. So I can come into the Susie B silo. That's crazy. It's in here. That's awesome. I can make hay, but when I dump everything in here, it's just going to be grass. Like, I don't know. Is it just going to go half and half, right? Because I got like silage going. Yeah, the cycles are exactly the same. We'll test it out. And we'll see. We'll dump all the grass in here. We'll start both those and we'll just see what pops through on the other side. It should work out that like half of it, like say we put in 100,000 liters of grass, we should be getting out 50,000 liters of hay and 50,000 liters of silage. If this like 1-to-1 is what it says it is, they run the exact same cycles of 240 and yeah, I think that's what'll happen. I don't know. We'll see. We'll go from there. I'm just going to let this guy kind of get a little bit further along with getting these fields mowed, and then we'll jump into the forage wagon and we'll start chasing them and picking this stuff up. All right, we got that field all cleared off. Took a little bit of time, but it wasn't too bad. Again, shout out to everyone who said to change the swathing mode on these units. I did not know that you could. I thought they just had widespreading. Again, from FS22, I remember the one set could only widespread. Yeah, I didn't even think to look. So, shout out to everyone who commented that. That's good tips right there. Those are good comms. That's what we need. Good comms. I got AI worker going off to fertilize that field. They've already fertilized this one. I'm just going back to park everything. I got to get fuel in this tractor. I can't forget to get fuel in this thing. But I'm going to park this stuff off. While that's being fertilized, I'm thinking we should put down this new production facility that I've been kind of looking at. I think we got a good spot for it, basically right here where I'm driving through. It's kind of big and a little bit obnoxious, but also, you know, why not, right? Why not? But I'm gonna park this unit in, and then I'll go in and I'll kind of show you what it is. Yeah, I want to get. It's a cheap production facility. I think it's like 25 grand. Oh, I should have swapped. Okay, I want that to drop off. Yeah, I think it's like 25 grand, but it's like a big unit. I just gotta kind of, or we gotta kind of put it in a strategic spot so that we can pull through with the trucks and trailers, which isn't that big of a deal, but yeah, it'll be kind of something a little different. Jeez, what a pain to get that stuff off. Okay, let's go fuel this tractor up real quick though, before I forget, and then we'll go sit down in that production facility. I'll get this tractor, I'll get some fuel going in it, and then we'll go into the build mode. We also got to get more straw. Like, I know we're obviously going to get straw from our wheat field, but like I don't really know how much. So we may have to figure out something to get some more straw. But let's go into these factories, and I'm pretty sure it's close to the bottom. Where is it? Yeah, creamery factory. Okay, so we'll be able to do a bunch of stuff in here, like cream cheese and stuff like that. Um, I think we might be able to do yogurt. I'm not 100% sure, but I just got to set this up in a strategic kind of spot here because we don't really have to drive by this at all other than out on this front side. But like we don't really come like beside this unit, so I can kind of like make it somewhat tight like that, but I kind of want to bring it down because can I customize this? Anyways, we can drive through this middle part there. Like that's the drop-off zone, right where it says overlaps with another object. That's the drop-off zone. So I want to be down, I think right about there is actually going to be pretty good. Um, yeah, somewhere right there. I'm way too picky with stuff like that, aren't I? Way too picky. Now, while we're in this build mode, that's asphalt. What do we want to do here? Let's do this on the inside. Let's make something a little bit bigger here. Tie into everything there. And we can color all that in. Not too bad. And we might as well bring it all out here. Do that little spot along there. Maybe that right there. And I might come into the gravel and just do a little bit of a cleanup along there. And there we should be able to pull kind of right through. Tie into that road. Maybe we'll do just a little bit more there. There we go. Okay. Let's drive over there. Let's drive. I run all the time, so let's save the legs. Let's run over here. Yeah, we'll go in and we'll check out exactly what we can do. Oh, look at this spiral staircase down here. Can we go up that? No way we can go up that. Oh my god. What is this? The lookout tower? What is up here? I did not know it had this. Oh, I'm like stuck. Oh, there we go. You just gotta crouch. Pushing buttons. Oh my god. We got a rooftop patio. Unbelievable. Man, I could really supervise the farm from up here, you know what I mean? Can we see that guy out there? I can't even see that guy fertilizing that field. Nice. Nice. All right, let's try and all right, let's jump off. Let's not break our legs or anything. Unreal. That serves no purpose other than just something that's a little bit fun. This tree is kind of in our way, though. It kind of blocks our ability to supervise everything. Not bad. Yeah, just a spiral staircase to the supervisor's tower. All right, since 1937, let's go. I wish we could go in. No entry. Okay. Where there's got to be a trigger around here somewhere that we can. I know I can go in the menu, but there should be a trigger out here somewhere. No? Oh, it's right here. I walked right past it. Looking around. Okay, so what can we make in here? Chocolate. We need milk and sugar. Okay, bottled milk. So we can make some cream cheese here. We just need some bottled milk. Fresh pasta. We need eggs. Goat cheese, obviously goat. Mayonnaise. Bottled milk. Sour cream. Okay, so we could make some milk and butter and we can make some sour cream. That's cool. Yeah, so we could set our other production facilities to something a little bit different here. That's basically all that we're going to be able to make. Some cream cheese and some sour cream. That's okay. I love sour cream though. Unreal. Baked potatoes, some sour cream, bacon bits, a little bit of green onions. Boys, am I hungry or am I hungry? Okay, so we need bottled milk and butter. Let's go into these things. Let's go into cheese. And let's deactivate this for a second. And we'll turn this one on to, yeah, we'll turn this one on to butter. And let's crank it up just a little bit. Yeah, we'll crank it up. We'll crank it up to 200. And let's set this output mode to distributing. And hopefully that'll just push right over. This is cheese. That's not activated. Bottled milk. Okay, so we'll turn this one on butter, and then we'll turn this one. Let's deactivate this. Let's put this one on bottled milk. We'll turn this up a little bit, even though it won't really matter. We'll turn this on distributing, and we'll see if it pushes over into this unit. It should from these other ones. It should push into the creamery. And then from in here, I could just put milk in here, I guess. And I could do the butter. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll do that. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's turn butter. I didn't even activate that. Okay, we'll activate this one back on. We'll go into this one. We'll activate that. I didn't activate that. Make sure I didn't activate anything in here. Okay, we'll leave that in there. We'll just put milk straight in here, and then we'll make either butter, bottled milk, and then we'll push it through into these. Okay, well, we're gonna have to sleep through a month. We're gonna have to get some milk out of the obviously out of the cow barn, which we'll get a bunch of. Let's tab over and let's see how fertilizing's going. Let's go into the map. Not bad. Getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. Let's go check on the wheat field real quick here. Not bad. No weeds. 97% yield bonus. Growth stage 2 out of 8. Not too bad. Yeah, I don't really know how much. Does it tell us in there? Growth owned. It doesn't really tell us their potential harvest yet. Maybe it will when it gets a little bit closer, when it gets ready to harvest. But yeah, I don't know how much straw we're going to get off this field. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized field, but not really, I guess, in the big scheme of things. And yeah, I'm not too sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the fertilizing finish off, and then we'll get into the next couple months and I'll get that production facility going. Maybe I'll bring you back in. I don't know exactly which month I'll bring you back in. I might bring you back sometime during the winter if something cool pops up, which it probably won't. Maybe it'll be just more in the springtime and we'll kind of go through our production facilities. I'll just move some milk and stuff around, do the slurry and all this kind of like boring chores. Yeah, maybe we'll just get into the springtime and then we'll start. I'll get some milk and stuff put in here and I'll get butter and stuff just storing and then we can do some stuff with cream cheese. Let's actually go check here before we jump through. Like, say we were to sell some cream cheese. Cheese, corn, cream cheese. What's that worth? 1,100 bucks. What about sour cream? QR, element of PQR. Sour cream is worth 3,200 bucks. This is literally the worst month for it. Okay, well we'll make sour cream. Maybe we won't do cream cheese. Cause sour cream. Oh man, you can make good money from mayonnaise. Nice. What else? Cause we do cheese. Yeah, I think we might as well try some sour cream. I think that's gonna be the move. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 3,200 bucks, man. The cheese is almost just like the best out of all of it because it's like the first refinement, you know what I mean? Like unless you just get a whole bunch of cream cheese. That's probably what it is. You probably get a whole bunch because it's from the bottled milk, so you get like so much more volume. But yeah, we'll do some sour cream. We'll do some sour cream. We'll keep doing some cheese and butter's just butter. We could sell off some butter if we want, but okay. I'll bring you back in a couple months as everything progresses, and we'll go from there. All right, I figured I'd bring you guys back in December just to kind of see what's been shaken down at the farm. Like nothing really happened too much through November, but the farm is just like producing crazy amounts of everything. Like we get 120,000 liters of milk, which is crazy. It's super crazy. What I did is I went and bought us a new truck. So it kind of matches the other one, except it's green. This is going to be our slurry one because, again, like we're getting crazy amounts of slurry. And that other one just wasn't pulling this trailer very good. Like when it gets right full, I actually swapped out these tankers. So they'll actually each hold 60,000 liters. So I got to do like less trips. I kind of just want to get like some crazy unrealistic one. But I got these cool, big rig trucks. These looks like a Peterbilt. Um, so I don't want to get any. The unrealistic trailers are just like they're like ball hitch ones. You know what I mean? And it's kind of fun having these big trucks. So I might just tough through it just to have a cool truck, right? I think that's what we're gonna do. But like the production facility's making good money. I put a bunch of milk into our new production facility, and then I started everything so that we can do sour cream. But I'm actually gonna bring a full. I'm gonna bring a full trailer full of this milk over into the new production facility right now, and then I'll just put the rest into our normal ones doing cheese. But yeah, I got our new one. It's gonna make us butter and bottled milk, and then I also set the sour cream production to be activated. So it should just kind of do its thing. But I want to kind of check in on it right now. But that's why I kind of wanted to bring you guys back in here just so you could see what's going down with this. So I'm dropping milk in there. Let's go into this production. So the creamery factory. So I got butter, I got bottled milk, and there's a little bit of sour cream. Okay. So it must have did these cycles and then just started on sour cream. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We're gonna have like way too much bottled milk in here. I don't know. I'm gonna dump this full load, this full 60,000 liters in here and just kind of let it run over the next few months. And then I'm not gonna put any more into this production facility. I'm just gonna kind of feel it out and see what happens when I put like 30,000 liters in before, and then I'll put this 60,000 liters in, and we'll just see like what happens through it over the next few months. We can kind of, if it starts running low on materials, we can dump some more in, but I'm just gonna kind of let the sour cream do its thing. The only thing though, what I should probably be doing is setting these to, yeah, I should probably be changing these to distributing. I'm not too sure. I'll see. If I gotta pull these pallets around, I will, and just like because I might have to pull them in and put them in like in the drop-off point, if that makes sense. I'm not too sure. I don't know what the game will. I don't know what the game will recognize, so we'll just kind of play that as it goes. Yeah, these trucks are just so fast. They got like 1,000 horsepower, so they just rip around the farm. Just going 60 mile an hour around the farm, just hauling milk. Milkman's got out there kicking 6 different kinds of smoke. Is that filling? Alright, let's jump over to this. Now, what I also did is I got a load of silage out of our fermenting silos, and then I set the hay dryer on as well. So there should be a bunch of hay that's produced in there now, but we're just gonna go check on that. let's jump. There should be grass, silage. Yeah, and there's a bunch of hay in there. And perfect. I'm just going to let that cycle run as it is. I don't really need to put any more in the barn because the barn is super stocked full. Truck is loud. Yeah, we still got 1,220 head of cattle. We've got ample amounts of food. There's a bunch of hay. There's a bunch of silage. We're just going to need more straw. That's something that we're definitely going to have to figure out. I might have to talk to one of the neighbors and see if they got any straw bales or something that we can go get off them. I'll make some calls around to the neighboring farms and see what we can go pick up, see what we can buy off them. I'm going to check the contracts. What was the plowing contract on field 14? I was just looking at contracts to see if there had been any plowing or cultivating contracts on maybe some wheat fields that have just been done, wheat, oats, or barley, because maybe they would have some straw bales that we could get off them. But I'll call the neighbors and I'll see what they got. I'm sure someone's got something. We're not going to run out of straw just yet, but it'd be good to know in the future if we can get some from the neighbors. That'd be awesome. So I'm just going to kind of keep going with my normal chores here, keep going around, plugging stuff into the production facilities. Actually, well, before we do that, let's go check. Yeah, this is still just working through everything really good. I'm going to have to put some milk in there. Yeah, I don't have milk in either of these. 74,000 liters of cheese in this one. 47,000 liters of cheese in that one. Yeah. Like I said, we're just going to leave that new creamery factory with whatever it's got in it right now. I'll let it run its cycles, and we'll just keep putting the rest of this milk into our OG facilities and get the cheese rocking. The only thing we're not really producing is manure because I'm so behind on straw that I actually haven't been putting straw in the barn. The only straw that I put in was for like the TMR mixing. I might split this up and put a little bit in each. No, I won't. I'm gonna have to get some more slurry here. Yeah, well, we could get bigger tankers, but like I said, then we wouldn't get to use our new trucks. And I like these trucks. Okay, I'm gonna run into that, back up a little bit. I'm just gonna keep doing chores. I'm gonna keep doing, I wanted to bring you back so I could show you the new truck, obviously, one, and kind of show you the production facilities. I'm just gonna kind of keep doing this through the months, get us into the springtime, and yeah, I'm gonna call the neighbors and see if we can get some straw bales. Okay, so welcome back. It is April. We got through the winter. I was just doing chores over and over again, pulling slurry through, getting milk into the production facilities, doing what we do best. And we got grass to cut. We've got grass to cut. We have a bunch. We need to go get straw. I called around to all the neighbors. They didn't have any straw. Basically, they worked through all their straw and what they had left for bales. Someone had a couple bales, but it's like not going to be enough for what we need. So we're gonna have to go buy some straw bales from the store to get us through, so that the the cow barn will keep producing food, which is fine. That's the last little bit of silage that we do have. What I want to do right now, though, is we're gonna go get some straw bales, but I want to set a worker to start cutting these fields so that at least that's getting done while we're off kind of running around. Yeah, I gotta pull in here first. So I'm going to hook onto these units, spin around here, and yeah, I'll get someone. I'm going to go get that big field. I'll get this guy working on the big field first because it'll take us a second to go down and get all those straw bales and come back. But I think, yeah, what's nice now is we can just cut everything in grass, put it into the production facility, the hay dryer. Which is great. Those good comms. I still appreciate that so much. I didn't even think of that. That's awesome, though. So our tedders are kind of useless, but maybe one day we'll go ted a field just for fun, just for, just for kicks. Now, do I have to reset? Let's open up the menu real quick here. What's my mode on? Like, I wonder if it's like straw swathing where I have to... No, swath dropping, that's exactly what we want. Okay, so it stays the same. Or it saves that setting for it. Okay, let's set a worker doing that. Let's jump over to this truck, the green machine over here. I got it hooked to this trailer, and we're gonna head down to the store and we're gonna pick up some straw bales so that we can put into our barn, because we only got 20,000 liters of straw left, and it's not really gonna be enough. Wheat field's looking good. Yeah, it's looking pretty not too bad. Cattle are good. I planted some extra trees for them out there. Spent a little bit of money. We're making good money from the slurry. I've created like this like little like just like little ring in here for them to go hang out in. The eye of Tassi Farms. Yeah, we make really good money off the slurry. So the slurry that we're getting each month from the barn out of those like 1,200 head of cattle, we get like 250,000 liters, 230,000 liters of slurry each month, which is crazy. So I caved a little bit and I went and bought one of those TARDIS. They're like the liquid tankers that'll hold like 200,000 liters at a time just for pulling it around. I finally caved, even though it was cool having this truck with that slurry tanker. I didn't sell anything, I just went and bought one extra, and I could basically do it in one trip rather than like 10, which was nice. But yeah, I caved a little bit. I was just, after all the months of doing it, it was like the same thing, just running around. Okay, I don't know where these guys want me. But what I was getting at is we make like 120 to 140 grand a month just from slurry, which is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go in and talk to these guys real quick, and yeah, we'll go see. I don't know exactly how many bales I'm gonna buy. I'm definitely gonna move that truck and trailer so it's not parked like some jerk. But yeah, we'll get some bales loaded up, and then we'll head back to the farm. All right, the boys just got us loaded up. We were able to fit 40 bales on this trailer, so that's what we did. I kind of was going through. We loaded up 32 because I wasn't too sure if that would work, but yeah, we got 40 bales on this thing. It's about 55,000 bucks we had to spend, 60,000 bucks. I wonder, break, tell me right now exactly. Well, wrong one. It's going to be red here. Bale cost 60 grand. Yep. Not too bad. Not too bad, not great, but luckily we're dairy farm millionaires and we can just afford to do that. I don't really know how long this is going to last us. Like, each bale is 9,000 liters, so 9,000 times 40, what's that? Blah 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 blah. 360,000 liters. Is that right? 9 times 40? Yeah, 9 times 10 would be 90. So, yeah, 360,000 liters of straw. This should last us a while. I don't even know if the barn can hold that much. Well, we'll see too. Like, I just got a full trailer load because why not? Geez, I could fit more on here. I thought 40 was full. We're only at 95%. Huh. Look at that. The things you learn. We'll see exactly how much straw we get off of our field as well. And even the neighbors that I talked to, I was like, I need straw bales. They're like, yeah, you just got to come see us in the fall, not in the spring. And I was like, yes, I understand. So we'll see. I think between our field, and even if we got to go buy some every now and then, it's not really the end of the world. What I got to figure out is where am I going to park here to kind of make this easy to unload. Kind of running into our fuel tank there. Is it we jammed up to? Gotta kind of get out of the way there. Dragging this trailer across the. Okay, let's shut that truck down for right now. Actually, we might have to fire it up to. There, that should be in unload mode. Let's jump out of this. And we need the John Deere tractor. We need the front attachments with the bale spike on there. And I might have to put a weight on the back of this. I don't really know. We got some weights sitting there, so I might just throw one on. That's the wrong tractor. I tried to get in the other one. Let me in this one. There we go. Yeah, we might have to put a weight on the back of this tractor. I mean, maybe not, but I don't know. I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 bales at a time here. We're going to try. We'll see how this goes. I'll throw a weight on it. We got a couple just sitting here anyways, so let's throw one on just for good luck. It feels like I haven't really used the bale spike in a while. Not since I moved all those bales out of the main facility and like into the OG fermenting silos, kind of the smaller ones that we had. Okay. Yes, I got the bale spike on there. All right, let's go unload some bales, or let's try to at least. Let's try to. Okay, 3 at a time. Like we can do 3 at a time, right? Let's see how this goes. We'll grab this back stack and just see. Because we should be able to just put bales straight into this barn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We still gotta be careful here. What if they fall? They'll fall like into the drop off. Now are they gonna float and will it drop down? We might have to like bump into it. Oh there, it just went on its own. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. We just gotta take our time here, kind of thread the need. Okay. I mean, we're doing it. We're doing it. Steady as she goes. Oh yeah. I gotta get one of those cool. I gotta get one of those like cool, like Joey sticks. You know what I mean? Is that what they're called? That like the farmer series. It's like the thruster or something like that. We're knocking those ones off. Back away. We'll get those. We'll get those. That'll be fine. Like, does anyone let me know if you guys in the comment section? I know some of you are on console, some are probably on PC. Like, if you guys got like, do you have steering wheels in your setup, or do you have one of those like It's like one of I can't remember what they're called. I thought it was called like the thruster or something like that. And it's like a joystick, and they like you can put all the controls on it. Oh God. We'll get that one after. We'll push that one on after. But yeah, I wanted to get one of those, but I didn't really know which one was a good one. Because I got to complete like the farm sim setup in my office, right? I got to complete like a really cool setup of I got some good like screens and stuff set up, but I almost want to get like a steering wheel with the like the joystick on one side, or like do you guys use two of them? That would be probably a little bit too much. Well, you wouldn't really need two very often, unless we were doing like logging or something like that. Okay, we gotta get this guy. Give him right there, and that should. Is that gonna chop off there? Okay, there we go. There we go. Not too bad, but not too great. Okay, I'm gonna keep struggling through unloading this. Get it unloaded pretty quick. It won't be too bad. I'm just gonna slowly plug through and do this. I'll bring you back once we're done and we're kind of getting a little bit closer to going and getting some of that grass off that field. And yeah, we'll keep on plugging away. All right, I wanted to bring you guys back for the last one here. We're gonna go for the double. We're gonna go for the double. See if we can get 6 at once. Just go gentle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, it's kind of a mess. No, no, we brought it back. We brought it back. We got it good. Hopefully it'll still. Hopefully it'll like. This is in the drop-off zone enough. I think we just got to drive past it here and those drop-offs. Yeah, there we go. Not bad. Not bad. 6 at one time. That's our record. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to get everything parked away here, and then let's go check on Buddy on the field and see how grass cutting is going. I'm just back up at the store here. I was looking at the barn, and I decided I was going to go get us. We have run out of mineral feed within the barn, so I came back up to the store to get it. This is a new trailer that I just bought. The reason I bought it is, well, the other trailer that I brought up, like our OG trailers like this, that had the auto pallet load feature on it, I brought them up and the auto load wouldn't work. It wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't even bring up like the little option to auto load. Like it was completely bugged out. So like I relogged the game. I went in and I rebought the trailer that has the, the self auto loading pallet feature, and that's this trailer right now that I bought, and it still wouldn't work. So I don't know if anyone else has. There was just a recent update to the game, and it must have jammed something out. I'm not 100% sure, but if anyone else is using, it's like I think it's the Central Warehouse Pack. That's the mod that you download. Oh my god! Oh my god, we rolled! No way! Are we gonna be able to do this? No. Can we do it? Sometimes it'll do it. Come on, truck. You got 1,000 horsepower. You can do this. No way. The trailer is too full. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to go get the John Deere tractor and lift this thing up. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, folks, we got the little John Deere, well, it's the little tractor to us. I don't know if it's going to be tough enough to lift this thing, but we're definitely going to try. I'm just going to try and scoop it right from here, right from this front part. There's like a bunch of weight on the back side, so hopefully this will... Come on. He wants to do it so bad. Yes. Yes. The little John Deere that could. Nice. Okay. Alright, we did it. Good thing it flipped at the farm. Look at the cows. The cows are just laughing at us. Whatever. Here, whatever. Keep laughing. We'll see who gets fed next month. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god. I can't believe we rolled that trailer. That truck does go fast, you know? Like, I wasn't even paying attention. We were probably going like 60 mile an hour coming into that turn. I mean, yeah. Good thing this isn't Truck Driving Simulator. I don't even know. Maybe I'm not even good at Farming Simulator. Who knows? Good thing this John Deere tractor is tough. I'm just gonna leave it sitting here right now. Let's park this bad boy, or let's shut it off rather. Let's jump over to this truck, start her back up. Maybe we'll take it a little slow coming back into the farm here. Good God, it's like major issues there. I was just trying to go get some mineral feed. The trailer doesn't work. Had to buy a new trailer. That trailer didn't work. Finally get everything loaded. Get back to the farm. Roll this trailer, which I'm probably just going to sell because it's obviously defective and it's not sturdy. All right, let's take this nice and slow here. Nice and slow. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm thinking that's going to be a good spot to end this episode. I'm going to get this trailer unloaded. Let's go take a look at this guy. He's almost done finishing up this field. We still got a lot of work to pull all this grass off and get it into the fermenting silo / the hay dryer. Let's jump back over. We've got the forks on this thing, which we're going to need to unload this trailer. I could use the forklift as well, I guess. But, I mean, the little John Deere that could might do just fine for us. So, yeah, I think we'll just end the episode there. Before anything else goes wrong. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it like you can't imagine. Hopefully you guys have a good afternoon, morning, evening, kind of whenever it is that you're watching this episode. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more gong shows just like this, make sure and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we're off trying to do something again that probably won't go right. Well, turn off. There's still more traffic there. Let's see. Yes. Thank you guys so much, everyone who has hit that sub button. We're getting closer to that 1,000 sub mark, which has been a big milestone for me, a big goal. So if you feel so inclined to help us, once again, shout out to the ladies that are watching this channel, Susie B and Britters. We appreciate you for being around. Get the barn named after you in the silos, and all good stuff. So thanks again so much, guys. I appreciate it like always. Have a good one, and I will see you on the next episode.